Oh, yeah. All that other bullshit.
It's here today and gone tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Real music's gonna last.
Real music's gonna last.
Real music's gonna last. All that other bullshit.
All that other bullshit going tomorrow. That's what we talking about with Disney's fake Lucasfilm.
Real music's gonna last.
The fandom's gonna last. All that other bullshit here today, going tomorrow.
Real music's gonna last.
Welcome everybody to an impromptu live show from the president.
It's here today and gone tomorrow.
Why are you live streaming at goddamn 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday? Don't you have things to do? Don't you have places to go? Don't you have people to see? Actually, I do, but I'm gonna take care of that all after all this is over. But I wanted to sit up here after the breaking news that we got last night, and I was too tired, you know, really to like just get my thoughts together. But I kept thinking about it. And I said to myself, listen, I got to put something together like ASAP, you know. Just because I can't sit on shit like that and I'm giggling like a schoolgirl. Knowing all the good shit that was dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, what the fuck is going on here? What kind of madness are we looking at? I said, all right, you know what? We're going to have some fun clowning these people. But first, let me get to our peoples in the chat right now, man. That's coming in, because like I said, this is impromptu. I may not get a lot of people in here, but it's all good. AFK Bard is in the building, Runner Studios. Jay Han, what's going on, brother? You can call me Joker. I will do that, sir. Jedi Lukey is in the building. Soul Assassin, my lovely Becky Browan. I know I said to people because I was chilling, you know, hard body over at OG Star Wars coffee chat, and it's still going on. So don't worry, because I know she'll probably be wrapping up soon and whatnot. But they was on fire. Her and Stick Kenobi, my goodness. So yeah, just get go and continue that. I'm gonna still be here ripping and running. My brother Fatal J in the building, the Dark Council member. Yes, please smash the like, because after I get through with this shit today, man, I may have some haters in the building. They probably lurking in the chat right now. Philip Stevenson 45, what's going on? Lurch Troll. Whoop whoop. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be. Oh my goodness, AFK Bard has become a new member. Ah, sweetheart, thank you so much. As a matter of fact, I got, I have been a little bit slacking off for the membership thing, but don't worry, I'm getting my shit together. And I got some stuff in the pipeline that I want. I'm gonna be switching gears from Star Wars to my personal, high fantasy novel that I'm putting together. So, the little bit of the members that I have, I'm gonna be blessing you with some of the creativity that the president, it may not be that known for, but I got a little something in hand, And Loretta Creole in the building, ballet dancer, Keck, Nate G. Oh wow, Orange Hat Reviews, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. So there you go, Cameron. I've been sitting up there trying to get at you for a minute, man. Give me a second. Let me lock down something over here first. Just hang on. But yes. The good news of all good news. Well, John Boyega did the good news too. Yeah, he did. But then, now, Mary Sue Ray, was probably chilling in the cut. She probably read John's little GQ magazine, And, oh my goodness, my sweetheart, Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina, mwah, is in the building. Salute, queen. So yeah. Daisy Ridley probably just sitting in the cut like, oh shit. Oh, look at John Boyega doing this thing. Oh, goddamn. What's he saying? Oh shit. John spilled the beans. Oh man. He played these kids out, man. Oh man, this is a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. I should have done. Hold on a second. Oh shit, my phone's ringing. Hello? Aye. Oh, is this Daisy Ridley? Yeah, John, I just saw your GQ article, my brother. I didn't know you was going ham like that. Oh, yeah, fuck them all, alright? Fuck them all. They treated me like garbage, alright? I was supposed to be the fucking Mace Windu. They ain't even think about me. They call me Mace Doo-Doo right now. So let me tell you, I'm just spazzing out. No NDA, no fuck them all. Oh, okay. So you gonna do the same thing, Daisy? Maybe I should. No NDA? Why the fuck not? Oh, blow it up, my love. Blow it up and let me know what the deal is. I gotta get going. I got some hoes and I got some people to see and I got places to do and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, John, handle your business. I'm gonna get on my grind with this too. Click. And that's exactly what she did. She went on TV and blew it all up. But you know what? I'm not even mad at my girl. I'm not even mad at my girl. As a matter of fact, I salute her. I salute her with everything that she has. What else is there to do at this point, you know? And for that reason alone, I'm going to celebrate this shit, man. Because I'm in a giving mood. I'm in a giving mood and I'm having some fun. I'm having some fun because we are the number one. Dedicated. Dedicated. Now you know, half of these people is like, oh shit, Daisy Ridley did that? I gotta get on the horn with Iger. Don't do that yet, Pilgrim. Daisy Ridley, build the beans. Disney not have to fucking complain. Dominoes falling, it's so damn cool. Show media don't know what to do. The Jedi from Jakku, taking us to school. I'm laughing my ass off while you go boo-hoo. Tweets and videos now been deleted. That tells us that they finally been defeated. Oh my god, I'm happy as can be. Watching all of this from Daisy Ridley. I know she said she couldn't even find work. So I guess this time of just need to be in the dirt. Fine by me, cause I'm all for that shit. Put a smile on my face, Disney getting hit. No word from Kennedy, Pablo, or the rest. Still Saunders fainted, Ryan Johnson left. No word from JJ? No, stop what I expect. Everyone's so quiet and so damn stressed. Fandom madness was right all along. We told them at first that everything was wrong. Our heroes disrespected, new characters protected. Disney agenda clear on the record. I don't mind, cause it's great for us all. Time for Disney fake Lucasfilm take the ball on what's going on Twitter and YouTube. El Presidente is back, ain't shit you can do to go out and boycott the whole damn regime in order to have Star Wars now redeemed. In the eyesight of George Lucas, you mean? You goddamn right, every time I'm on the thing, I roll on these shows like the Demon Master game. You overdose on drugs like Charlie Sheen. 7 times 2 will get you 14. You're from the Fort Greene, you know what I mean. Yeah, the fandom is a well-oiled machine that runs on everything but never steam. Witness your destruction, you fraud. Acted like you didn't push us too far. Set the punishment to get you so scarred. Wicked like the sword, resurrect your God. Breaking you down like a master fraud. Biblical ascension, kneel before Zod. You wanna be saved or you wanna die hard. I'll make it so like I'm John Picard. Phantoms on the wake you, that's where you burn. The lackeys you train, they will get their turn. They never learn, don't be concerned. You know that I know respect must be earned. Kill 'em in the streets, make my life complete. When I speak, you bitches cannot critique. The Donna Salon got that new technique that will bless this live stream with all things unique like that. Like this, like that, like this. You see, Daisy Ridley is spilling the beans. Disney now they have to come clean. Dominoes falling, it's so damn cool. Show media don't know what to do. Jedi from Jakku taking the school. Laughing my ass off while you go boo-hoo. Tweets and videos now be deleted. That tells us that they finally been defeated like that. Ha 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 ha! This was a long time coming. Very long time coming. Why? Because We was right all along. We was right all along. We was right all along. And that's why we're so strong. That's why we're so strong. You know? But I'm not afraid. I am not afraid of anything at this point anymore. There's nothing you can do. The cat's out the bag. You know? It's a goddamn shame that it had to be this way, but you know. You know, that's how the cookie crumbles nowadays. Shit. And you know what? Since I was thinking about it yesterday, I said Daisy Ridley is my champion. She is. At this point now. I know I gave a shit and everything, you know, being Mary Sue Ray and all that. But it's okay. She finally seen the light. John Boyega saw the light. You know, probably Adam Driver saw the light. He dipped out of there so fast it wasn't even funny. You know, but all the actors, all the people that was involved, you know, that couldn't say nothing, that had to big up Disney and they bullshit for the longest, for the absolute longest, and look what happened. Look what happened. MDA dead. Here we go. This is the way we going to flow. Yeah. Now I want to get into this. This hard. No. Oh, but today though, you know, they dropped the video and about her, you know, how they was flip flopping and everything about, you know, what type of lineage she was going to have. You know, they was doing this throughout the entire 3 films. You know, and Hollywood, everybody jumped on it, and rightfully so, because we was led to believe. Well, no. The Fandom Menace as a community peeped the bullshit from the first. So it's the normies and everybody else that was led to believe, you know, that they had a story that JJ started and Captain Kennedy went and said on her thing that, yeah, well, you know, we want to usher in the new, you know, wave of heroes, and we have a very great story, and Rian Johnson, you know, for Force Awakens, JJ set it up, and then Rian Johnson gonna come in and further the thing, and it's gonna be great, no problem. Now they was riding high on Force Awakens over the toy sales, you know, the merch and everything else, yeah, because they baited us, the real fans, to come in there to see the real reason why we came and saw episode 7. It wasn't Mary Sue Ray or Finn the janitor or Poe the flyboy / drug dealer and all these other BB-8 and all them. Nope, wasn't even them. It was Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. That's it. Everybody else was just whatever. That's why we all flooded the theaters, and they knew it, you know. But instead of just going through the entire history, because most of y'all know how, you know, Iger just, you know, fucked Lucas over, you know, took his story treatment, threw that shit out the window, all the good shit that you come to know and love by Disney, you know. But like I said, they thought they had the plan. They pretty much told the public that don't worry, you are gonna enjoy this sequel trilogy, you know, and they had the plan. And unfortunately, the Fandom Menace was right there at the beginning. The community, we told you something strange and dead wrong. It started with Force Awakens. Oh, Mary Sue Ray fighting a fully trained lightsaber duelist like Kylo, and she coming out that don't sound right. Why is Luke all the way at the end? Why couldn't we see a little bit of Luke? And now the credits is rolling? All right, maybe he's going to really shine in the next one. We gave it a pass. But we already saw some of the bullshit. Meanwhile, the Access Media, you know, Collider, you know, because Collider was big time back then. Collider was you couldn't do no wrong. Yeah, camp, you had fucking Christian hard law, busting my ass for 4 years. You know, you had Mark Ellis, Roche, this one, Perry Nemiroff, wasn't even a real fucking fan, but they brought her in as the little cute girl, so they had to have some ladies in there. You know, you had a little bit of others and stuff, little Dennis Sang and, you know, John Schnapp, you know, you had them. And they was going to the premiere looking crisp and clean in their tuxedos. And, you know, they hobnobbing with the stars. And everybody's up there laughing and shining. And then they get on the screen and be like, oh, wow, Force Awakens, man. I wish I could tell you all the great things. Get you hyped up. We all fell for it. I watched them. You watched them. It was all good back in those days. They was the access media. We didn't think nothing of it. Until the hammer fucking came down. And that was Rian Johnson's Oedipus masterpiece, The Last Jedi. That's when it all came crashing down. And these kids really swore to God that that we was, you know, in the wrong and misled. And why isn't the stars talking about it? And then the stars was giving their little trepid answers. And, well, yes, we made the movie. And, yes, yeah, Rian Johnson. Even Daisy Ridley. Do you see when we be on Drunk 3PO's channel? And he got that little clip of Daisy Ridley. And the interviewer was like, so, what do you think about The Last Jedi? And Daisy Ridley was like, yeah, it's good. Let's go with that. That should have been the warning. Or better yet, when our Jedi Master Mark Hamill gave us the subtle hints that this shit was gonna go tits up. And we were sitting up there like, damn, he's spitting. Because we got hyped up from Rian Johnson's little trailer. We thought this was gonna be some real character development shit. The Jedi has to die, and all right, Luke is going through some pain, but we knew at the end of the day, all right, my man is going to be coming back, the Luke Skywalker, my man 50 grand. He going to do his thing. He's going to be the Jedi Master. We got to go through the little ups and downs and everything. It's all good. Just as long as we get to see my hero, Luke Skywalker, give us the good shit. So that went tits up. So now the community between myself, Stephanie Janicek, Jeremy for Geeks and Gamers, World Class, EVS, Odin, this one, Doom Cop, that one, blah, 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 blah. We was all on it, all throughout 2018, smashing bitches in the dirt, slapping up the shills, typing in the little thing, you bunch of retards, you know damn well, the 18 to 25 years. That was their main audience. That was the audience they wanted. Too bad the merch didn't, you know, reflect their love. But we tried to tell them. There was something fishy. This thing with, you know, Mary Sue Ray is not adding up. You know, they don't know what they fucking doing. And we said this from day one. Everybody denied it. Everybody told us we was lying. We a bunch of suckers. You don't know nothing. You're old. Let this be for the new cats and this one and that. All right, whatever. Whatever. You got good for you. Good for you. You know, Makini 90 in the house. What's going on, brother? Oh man, so good to see you. Oh my goodness, look at what we got here. Let's do this like Brutus. El Divino Vega with the $4.99 super chat. Get it, boy! Daisy really dropped the bomb on us. The atomic bomb. I personally don't think it's JJ's fault. I think Disney is the one to blame. You know what, Vega? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. JJ is complicit. JJ is complicit to a certain extent, but still, he's complicit in this shit. Not only did this dumbass, well, I wouldn't say he's a dumbass, because in hindsight, after Iger's book, it was clear that Iger told him, look, get this shit done, and get this shit done by the end of 2016, man, because shareholders need their money. They got bitches, they got hoes, they got paternity suits, they got mortgages, they got other chicks on the side. Listen, man, they got, you know, gambling debts. Look, they need their money. We all got to get paid. And JJ's sitting up here like, well, I don't really got that much time. I think I really need to come up with a good story. Listen, come on. None of that, man. Come on. Star Wars sells itself. All right? Just do a retread of episode 4. Put that shit back on the line, you know? And everybody going to be good. Look, they're going to see their heroes. They're going to see their heroes. Don't worry. They're going to come to the theater. And he was right. As soon as we saw Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford back in it, in the trailers, we was all in. We just didn't know the extent of the bullshit back then. That's all. And it's all good, man. It's all good. But JJ was complicit because there was interviews where they said, JJ, we have Ryan Johnson up on deck to do the next film. Did you happen to see his script? And JJ said, this is an actual interview. He said, yes, I read Ryan Johnson's script. And oh my God, it is excellent. And he said, I wish I was directing it. That came out of his mouth. So I tell people all the time, and that was back in 2018. I told people all the fucking time. Well, wait a minute. That don't make no sense. You know, if you was in on this knowing that he had this bullshit script, and you just let the shit go, so now when the movie comes out and everything falls to shit, you ain't got nothing to say. And then all of a sudden now, the fucking Bob Iger either begged or Kennedy, I can't remember which one. I thought it was Kennedy that went all the bat. No, I found out it was Bob Iger. You know, Bob, just bring him back. We got $2 billion with him. Let's try to get $2 billion more before this shit goes tits up. Because the fans is revolting. The longtime fans. And now they starting to see that the little money that the 18 to 25-year-olds, I was telling Mark Hamill he's old, why you jealous? And why can't you let Daisy Ridley be what she be? And no money is coming in from these people. The politics, the identity, the agendas, the woke agenda, everything going tits up. And man, listen, ain't nobody's fault but their own. But JJ was complicit, but he knew that, damn, at least let me try to make this right. You couldn't do it with Ryan Johnson shitted over the bed. He literally didn't give JJ really nothing to work with. So we had to make this mishmash nonsense right off the cuff. But the thing that killed me, and this is why one of the reasons why we're here today, is that they made it seem like, or pardon me, Captain Kennedy made it seem like, oh yeah, oh Palpatine was in the mix all the time. Oh, we planned this from the beginning. Bitch, are you crazy? Are you crazy? You gotta be a goddamn idiot to even conceptualize, to even believe that Kathleen Kennedy is saying that Palpatine was in the mix from the beginning. That's a bunch of bullshit and a half. You know it, I know it, Disney knows it, everybody knows it. In Hollywood, they know it. You know, they know it better than you knew it yourself. There ain't no way you can convince me after JJ put Snoke up there, and you know he made Snoke, you know, he's sitting in the chair, and you know my man General Hux, oh my God, I've missed the good old days when General Hux was that dude, he was incredible. He was incredible in Force Awakens as far as I was concerned. That was the one I was really rooting for. Space Nazi, he went full ham on that. He looked at Kylo Ren. He was like, careful, Ren, and don't let your person offend it. I follow Leader Snoke. And he wasn't afraid. He walked up there. We had confidence. He pumped his chest. He made sure everybody was bowing down to the First Order. He was burning down. And when Last Jedi came, man, that shit, he did a 360 right there. Not even. But you know what? I'm not hating on that no more. I had my time with General Hux. Too bad he got shot in the back and got killed. But, hey, when you write bullshit scripts, this is what happens. So now that the NDA is over, and John Big Dick Boyega, came out there, screamed on these bastards, and check out my little video. If you got time, where I dropped the science on that. Yeah, he dropped the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding. How the fuck you gonna talk about diversity and that, because that was their big thing? How you gonna fucking talk about diversity and the blah 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 and the dooga and you sitting up here got me marketing like I'm supposed to be the next Mace Windu, and you don't even give me that. So I'm a stormtrooper that left the First Order So hopefully the character development would start from there. Nah, as soon as Ryan Johnson came in, not only was I not put to the side, but I started chasing chicks for 2 goddamn films, and then come to find out that I wasn't even the special snowflake that left the First Order. There was a bunch of other people that left. So I wasn't even special from the fucking first. And you think you expect me to just sit on here and you marketing me, and then when China shitted on me because of my beautiful brown skin complexion, you know? Nah, they ain't want that. They just erase that shit. We don't want our Chinese women getting that black experience. Fuck that. Take them out. And that's what they did. They didn't say nothing to them. Just said, be like, yeah, you know what, John? Check this out. Listen, man, we shit, man. All right, look, don't worry about China, man. You're gonna get all that bread in the U.S., man. Don't even worry about the people. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta do a little thing to try to appease them. I mean, they're not really fond of black people, but you know what? That's normal shit. You know what I'm saying? They ass backwards and everything, but we're really progressive over here, man. So don't even worry about it. John had to eat it, but his pop said, "Listen, man, don't fall for the bullshit. But I know you need the job. You know, you need the exposure. Yeah, we got to do that sometimes. Sometimes we got to, like, bite our tongue, knowing that they're doing some bullshit. And you don't think he be talking with Mark Hamill on the low? You don't think that John Boyega was really popping it off with the Jedi Grandmaster? That Jedi Grandmaster Mark Hamill, our hero, pretty much laid it down in private to John. Listen, John, these people are a bunch of frauds, man. Frauds. They gypped me. They definitely gypped Carrie and Harrison. Shit, he got paid. He made sure he got paid to do this bullshit. And how do you and put him in the damn shack? Come on, man. That shit is madness. But stay on your grind, John. Stay on your grind and don't worry, baby. It is going to be glorious when it's all over. Because that way you can spill the beans. I already told these bitches, don't even call me no more. Don't even think about calling me. You know? And you do it like that. So Mark, really, I should just lay low and let these little maggots save the day, and then when the NDA is up, I could come in and just smash these muppets into the dirt. That's exactly what you should do, and be political about it. You go full ham, man. I'm already getting on the phone with Daisy Ridley, and I'm gonna tell her when that NDA is up, spill the beans, fuck them. Ain't nobody making money anyway. And that's what happened, you know? Giving shots out to other people that just came in the building. I'm sorry, running up my mouth. We got my beloved ballet dancer in the house, Purple Valkyrie. Oh my goodness, the crew is coming in here. She-Dog 246 in the building. What's going on? Oh, my brother Latino Slan. Hola. We're here with me and him was chilling in OG's chat, man. And like I said, her and Stig had a great stream. So I advise all of you guys to catch a playback on that if you missed it. Eric McIntyre, Mr. President, how are you today? I'm doing good, brother. I am doing real good, man. Did you get the good news that came out here? Shit. AG Journeyman. Didn't JJ say episode 9 will tie in 3 trilogies together? Yeah, that shit was a pipe dream from the first. And I think we are all caught up. Kashyyyk Queen, Mrs. Ordboard in the building. Hell. Oh, so good to see you, sweetheart. And tell the hubby that I'm gonna be looking for him pretty soon. You know, because I'm about to make some power moves, so I want to try to get him in on it too. Warrior Kitty, all right. She said, I almost feel like making the first half of my live stream about Star Wars, but pretty sure it's gonna make people uncomfortable. No, it isn't. If you tell the truth about what you think about, what you really think about it, you should be good. You should be golden, you know. And yeah, man. So I'm of the mind stream like hell yeah. I'm going to shout it out from the mountaintop like it ain't nobody's business. But right now I have a very special guest that's gonna come up here and laugh and joke and just scream on this shit just like your brother do. And I know you know him because he's been all over the community, just blazing and spitting the truth. So just please, and this has been a long time coming because my brother was sitting up here for like a minute telling me like, Abu, what's going on, man? Come on, get me in there. And I said, damn, man, what am I going to do? And he said, you mad I'm going to steal all the girls? A little bit, yeah. Because I'm jealous of your style and your charisma. But either way, you're still my brother. So now that I finally got my mind right, here is my brother from another mother, the one and only Cameron Pasha. What is going on, Playboy?
Hey,
Wait a minute, let me get my. Oh shit! I'm sitting up here like running my damn mouth. Hold on a second.
Oh, now he's gonna get off the screen. Now here we go.
Here we go. See, you know the Abu Nas is a big boomer. Now I got to put on the headphones. I forgot. Here we go. There we go. All right. Salams, my brother.
Salam, my brother. Assalamu alaikum. I've been waiting for this.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is going on?
But look, I even wore my special Malcolm X t-shirt just
yeah,
for you.
boy.
I put on just for you.
Shit, you know the Malcolm X thing it got a history in my family, man. Because
No,
you know,
I don't know that. I know your family was part of Nation of Islam for a bit, but I don't know the whole history of it, man.
yeah, man. My father joined the Nation of Islam about I think 2 months after I was born.
Okay, wow, okay.
Yeah, 2 months after I was born, you know, and basically in Brooklyn, New York, you know, because Temple Number 7 was up in Harlem. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same building Malcolm X was the minister. So the whole hood flooded. It was almost like, and that was weird because after my father joined, he came over to my house. He got my mother to join. He got my 2 aunts to join and my uncle, you know, and and my grandmother was pissed.
Yeah, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Yeah, yeah, because we was we was Christian, we was Baptist.
Yeah.
So everybody flooded to Manhattan, to Harlem, and Minister Farrakhan was the minister back then. So oh man, my father had showed me a picture of me in my little junior FOI uniform.
Yeah.
And there was one I think one time when Elijah Muhammad came to the temple, and it was a big thing back then.
Sure.
And my father, and Minister Farrakhan was close because he used to babysit his kids. So he came in.
That's a real close connection there, yeah.
Yeah. So they got me my little junior FOI uniform, and he was holding me while Elijah Muhammad was like right on the side and Farrakhan was in the back.
Wow.
He showed me that picture. I was like, literally blew me away. I couldn't been no more than, I think, 2 years old at that time. 2 years old, a baby, So that whole thing was always in my life, man. It's just, like I said, it just takes certain waves and things like that. That it's about the journey.
Look, you know me, man. I'm part of the Sufi tradition within Islam, the mystics.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, and
I understood some of it, but I couldn't because I'm Sunni. So some of the scholars, they kind of frowned on it only because and I said to them, I said, well, at the very least, we say La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah, so that never changes, and that alone, when you speak the kalima, you're all in. So it's just a matter of either interpretations and stuff like that. But I'm of the mindset that, listen, as long as we believe in the law and the last day, you my brother. Everything else I leave alone because nobody's perfect, as we can all see, and we even had some of our other, people of men of learning had to be brought down to earth humbly. You know what I'm saying? Because life happens and you make mistakes and stuff like that. Now the community sees you, but you spitting out all this other good shit about the, about the hadith and the Taraweeh and the blah, 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 blah. And then now you kind of been exposed. So
I mean, look, it's what happened between Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad, right?
Yeah,
Elijah Muhammad was critical to, many people outside of Nation of Islam, sort of in more traditional normative Islam, they were very critical of Nation of Islam. But I was like, man, this is a historical process.
It is.
This is you think you're going to show up there from Pakistan in 1955 and try to convert people to Islam here in America?
No, it was meant.
Elijah
Yes,
Muhammad
sir.
is God's instrument. Look, the vast majority of African Muslims now are sort of part of traditional normative Islam because of Elijah Muhammad's son eventually being part of Sunni Islam. And so that was a necessary historical process. And Malcolm X had to go through that process. And, without Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X would be sitting in prison to the end of his day. Right?
Still to this day. Yeah.
And Elijah Muhammad was God's instrument to open up Malcolm X's heart, bring out the best in him. And then over time, he saw Elijah Muhammad just a man. Look, he's had, like all of us,
we had our weaknesses, right?
and at that about that, right?
Yeah, and at that time we couldn't fathom why everything went to shit the way it did. But I'm a firm believer, especially now that I'm older and I'm wiser and everything. It's just as you said, Cameron. It had to go that way. So So Wallace became Warathim Muhammad, and he brought everybody that was from the old guard into the new light. Some people broke off, like Minister Farrakhan, but even he had to understand that some of the things that was being taught wasn't even Islamic from the first. But now that you come away with it, and then when my father, went upstate, he really got into the whole Orthodox thing. And so by the time he got out, he passed that knowledge on to me. But I had it while he was still locked up. That Quran because I told the story all the time. I said the Quran that he had before he went upstate. It was on my grandmother's dresser, and I was like cleaning up the room, and this is how God works. I'm cleaning up her room, and I see it, and then just casually I pick it up and I open it, and then I turn the page. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, maliki yawmiddin, iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin, amin. Read that whole thing, and that opened up my world. Just like that, and I couldn't stop reading it. And then that, like I said, I was raised Catholic. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? Went from Baptist to Catholic. You had
your own journey and your moments.
Exactly. So, but the streets were the streets, man. It was like I had one foot in Islam, I had another foot out in the real world, man. You do with the girls, the money, the hustling.
You always had the girls, brother. You always had the girls.
Yeah, but look what all the girls have done for me, man. He gave me great.
They smell the alpha male, brother. You can't escape it. The ladies smell the alpha male and they come.
Oh man, but it was hard up in Brooklyn, man. I mean, you had to be a certain way.
You know that.
You from Brooklyn, right? So you gotta have a certain type of mentality to pull these ladies. You can't be soft, you can't be weak, you can't be wishy-washy, and you damn sure can't be running.
They test you. They make sure you're a man.
Oh yeah. But how are you doing, man? It's been a minute.
I was up late last night. I'm a night owl. So I was up till almost 4 a.m. last night, LA time. I'm up at 7 a.m. your time. So when I just woke up 11 a.m. LA time, which is almost 2 your time, and I saw that you emailed, hey, come on to our live stream today. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even get this message. So the moment I saw the live stream, I jumped in. I've been waiting for this moment for well over a year, brother, because I found you. Well, we were all lost after The Last Jedi, and you and I talked about this independently. It was such an important movie to me, Star Wars, the whole franchise, and Last Jedi hit me so hard. I was wandering like a lost man in the desert, sort of like Malcolm X in prison. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know where the world is going. And then you were one of the very first channels that I found talking courageously, about what's happening. And I was like, this guy's a fellow Muslim. I got to connect with him. And the thing is, a lot of people in the fandom menace, I think you were so critical because a lot of the people, fandom menace are a little bit conservative, right? And they needed to meet someone like you to realize Star Wars means something to all of us.
Yes, sir.
Every politics, every religion, as long as you got the right value system, you connect with it. And you were so pivotal to opening people up, saying, man, this is universal.
Yeah, I didn't even look at myself like that. I was just like you, Cameron. I was heartbroken. Just seeing my hero Luke just being reduced to you know what I'm saying? When you see your personal hero that gets you through some of the worst, areas of your life, where you literally being abused by your knucklehead stepfather, and you feel so lost, and you worry for your mom, and it just as a kid, I just I was just all over the place, and Luke Skywalker was just like my lifeline, to just be into a fantasy world where I could live vicariously through my hero who, goes through problems, but he rises up to save the day, and make you feel uplifted. And just the fact that I could see my hero just beaten down, and you don't even uplift him for him to uplift us, and that just really blew me away. So I was a lot calmer back then when I did my first video, but I still had that hurt, in my voice when I'm talking about how important he was to the entire Star Wars saga, even though the Star Wars saga is about Anakin Skywalker, So I just let it rip. But I was low budget as it gets, man. I don't have I wasn't even using tags back in those days. I didn't know what that was. All I did was just put on the smartphone and just set my feelings.
Well, bro, but the thing is, it was always authentic. And one of the earliest videos you made that made me laugh my ass off was when you took that stupid book by Wendig, and you went out to the East River or whatever. And you just threw it over your shoulder like good old Lukey and Jake Skywalker and his lightsaber. Brother, I was laughing so hard. I watched that live when it happened, and I was crying.
Oh my goodness!
I was like, here we go.
You know what's so funny? Because I was scheduled to work in federal court, and I was on my break, and I had all my stuff together, and I told my coworker, I said, listen, because I had the Aftermath book on my shelf in my cubicle. Yeah. Because it was already trashed, so I didn't want to fucking. I'm turning the pages. I'm like, the fuck is this? You can give me.
I picked up in the bookstore, and I started reading. I was excited. I was like, what is this? I was what? I was just picking up in the Barnes Noble. I was like, what? I mean, I published a couple of books through like Simon and Schuster, man. I'm a real published author, and I was like, what? I mean, I've read the Timothy Zahn stuff. I was like, is this real? Is this? And this was on the featured book, shelf or whatever, like the new releases. And I was like, oh man, no, this can't be real.
It can't be real, man. It can't be real.
All the Last Jedi crap. I was like, wait a minute, they're going to take it all the way. They're going to script the books too.
See, my stupid ass bought the book off GP because it was Star Wars, and I said, oh, it's a new Star Wars with the sequel, Force Awakens. Okay, I'm just gonna buy it. I didn't even check Chuck Wendig. I don't know him, but he must be good. So I took it and I ran. I'm looking at this shit. I was like, "Where's Luke? Where's Han at? I don't see them. I see Joe Blow."
It was like a bad children's novel.
That's exactly what I thought.
Bad. This is bad grammar. This is weirdo. Dialogue. Let's write like this, man. This is. I didn't even. Come on, I would have made you. That's a really good book. Come on.
I couldn't even get past the 50th page. I put that shit. I said, let me just put this. Maybe it was me. Maybe I wasn't ready for the.
He was preserved. God preserved it, brother, so you could do that moment on live, and you made me laugh, and you made my day.
I took that shit because I told my coworker. I said, listen, we got about 20 minutes before I had to head out to federal court. So I said, I need to do a quick video. So he came out because my supervisor was in a meeting. So we went outside and we did the thing. And because they was doing the Chewbacca. They was doing like the poster where Chewbacca didn't even have the blaster no more. He just had the little thingy. So I was just spazzing out on that.
But when it came, mailman, you can't give him a gun, man.
You can't do it. Yeah, scared the feminists, scared of this one, scared of that one. So now I just did like this. I said, okay, because I brought it to him, brought Chuck Wendig, his MO, I'm blocking this bitch. So he blocked me. He blocked me on the side. So I said, damn, man, I bought your book with my hard-earned money. So being like you a little punk, You
He
can't
brought
take
you
it.
right up. You couldn't. You on the very first shot, you just like, I'm not taking this guy.
Yeah. Until like Jake Skywalker tossed that lightsaber, I tossed that book into the sea. I didn't realize it was gonna get the traction that it did, but it felt so good tossing that piece of shit. I don't care if I paid my money; it felt so good. Just getting rid of the trash. That was the first time I said, "Yeah, I'm getting rid of the trash." I did the same thing with John Boyega thing. Well, that was before it became Big Dick Boyega.
Yeah.
But back then we were sitting up here.
He went through his iterations, man. He went through this moment where we all thought he was against the fans, and we all got upset with him. And then we realized, look, he's just blowing off steam in general because it's a bad situation, and he's acting with us. It took us all a while to understand.
If we knew then what we know now, I would have never said half the shit I said, because that NDA had to keep his mouth shut, and he had to play the politics with these people because he was in it.
Yeah,
even though he was already
finished.
Even though he was still mad about his situation, how they dissed him, but he had to keep that quiet. But the fans didn't know that. But like I said, but behind that, I took his little Funko Pop thing because I bought it. I don't buy Funko Pops like that. Because he was like the first black stormtrooper that he was marketed to be the next Mace Windu, we was all in. And I said, I'm supporting the brother. So I bought the Funko Pops. I put it on my cubicle. So it's on my cubicle with the rest of my little Star Wars books and that bitch ass Aftermath. So all of that was on my thing, and I'm going to work and I see all of that. And some people who have seen pictures of, my office setup, because I'm at the edge of the office. So I have a wall where I put up this Star Wars stuff.
You used to do your early streams from the office, so we saw that nice little cubicle area.
So that was my space. So, I was enjoying my little Star Wars haven. So I was supporting the brother when he said what he said. All right, I came back and I took his shit to the East River. It's like, you know where you're gonna go, right? Right, Boyega? No, up and down. Oh my God, can he swim? Yeah, I went through the whole bit with these people. But now,
he went through. Look, I've been working in this industry almost 20 years now.
Yeah,
I feel such compassion for Boyega because the pressure that he was under and the amount of open racism that he had to deal with on that thing. That's why he's exploded now and talked about it, right? He didn't want to say this from the very beginning. I mean, he had been given hope of what his character was going to be. I'm sure he saw some of the flaws even in The Force Awakens when he's like, it's like, all right, I've got this thing. I'm doing this cool stuff. Oh, wait, you're going to make me a janitor? Even that stuff was seated in there, right? That sort of racist crap, right? I was like, oh, you going to do that? And then I'm sure when he got the last shot, he's like, what is this? But he got a contract. You don't go against Disney, and otherwise your life is finished, man. You got the lawyers. Even Mark Hamill was scared shot, right? And so, but you can imagine the anger that was building inside him. Man, I used to work at Disney, man. It is a scary, scary place. And the fact that he's out there even now, even with the NDA over, speaking means he doesn't give a damn at all. Yeah. He doesn't.
I'm loving it. But just the fact that you was in the know of all of this, Cameron. I know it had to really weigh in on you on just how you had to maneuver in that cesspool. You understand what I'm saying? We back east, so we have a no bullshit policy from the first. So give a damn if you a company.
Well, this is what happened. The reason I was at Disney, for those maybe in the chat don't know, I was the head writer for the Tron animated series, right? I'm still very proud of that. Tron Uprising. I was brought on to I put together the writer's room. And about halfway through the series, I got fired, right? Because I spoke the truth and it was a little too much and people were done with me, right?
Yeah.
But the very first day that I was there, and I had no idea what was coming. I was excited. It was my first chance to really run a writer's room, be the boss, right? You discovered I wasn't the boss, but at the time I was told I was. Come in and I'm being myself. At the end of the day, one of the executives says, "Hey, let's do an end of day, first day review. Come into my office, right?"
Right.
Like, cool. So we sit down, close the door. She looks at me and goes, you come across as a really honest, straightforward person with integrity. That's not going to help you.
Whoa!
She said it to my face. She said, already, she said, I believe that you are the person that you appear to be, that you are a straightforward guy, straight shooter. But people already are talking about you. On day one, this guy's got some kind of angle. He's pretending to be a good guy, right? Because everyone there is backstabbing each other, and everyone knows they're backstabbing each other. That's Disney. And it's just like, she was like, you got to be very careful because you've already made enemies on day one. People think you got some kind of angle pretending to be this good, straightforward guy. I was like, what are you talking about? What am I supposed to act like? Well, I couldn't survive it. 6 months into it, bye bye, get out of here, buddy.
But you still have your integrity intact.
Yeah, and I'm proud of the show. At least the very first half of that season, there was only one season. People are like, "That's some incredible storytelling there." And then I was fired, and they brought some new people on to replace.
And they wasn't cutting the mustard.
Storytelling changed, and people are like, "I don't know, man." The show sort of went downhill. I was like, "Well, I wasn't there."
See what the problem was? You brought on these eggheads, and they couldn't cut the mustard.
Yeah,
but nobody.
That's what happens. And I told them when I was being literally like, "You better be heading on out from the building now." I said, "Well, before I go," literally it was like, they actually had the mercy of not dragging me out with my box, right? But they said, "All right." They had like security come and take me, but like you gotta, because I was like, all right, they tell me you gotta go, we're done with you. I was like, all right, well, give me a few days. Like, no few days, you're out today. I was like, all right, fine.
Wow, all right, fine.
Yeah, that it, you're out today. And I said, okay, fine. Let me at least tell my team. So I sat my riders down, told them this is what's happening, right? And
they was probably like they couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they were shocked because we all thought that everything was going smooth. I mean, in the sense that we knew there were problems because there were bottlenecks above us that were not giving us notes on time and it was delaying our production because animation's a complex thing. You get the scripts, you still got to get the scripts over to Asia where they're doing the animation, and we were getting our scripts in on time, but people above us were not giving us notes on time, and so things were falling off. And I finally said, I think you guys, the executives, you need to talk to X, Y, and Z who are blocking this process, who are blocking the approvals and are putting us off schedule. And the moment I did that, I was finished because in Disney, you don't question the higher ups in the hierarchy. Right. And these people were higher up. And I said, look, you just gotta talk to them and fix this. And they're like, no, it don't work that way. If you're going to create that kind of drama, then we got to talk to them. No, you're out, right? We're not going to. And I said to them, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go. But I'm going to be straight with you. I said, these are the problems that are in the process here. You're going to fire me and you're going to replace me with someone that's just going to go along with the problem.
Right.
And what's going to happen is your show is going to collapse both in quality and in profitability because you're going to be so off schedule that it's not going to be profitable for you to continue past one season. And that is exactly
what happened. Brilliant.
I told him as I walked out, I said, this is what's going to happen to you.
Give me 1 second. Got a super chat on the way. My brother David Hervey with the $10 super chat. After years of ridicule and being called its and phobes, and the fandom menace has been vindicated yet again. Hail El Presidente, hail fandom menace. I stand with Daisy and John. Mark Hamill was right. Everybody was right. I got to give it to Mary Sue Ray. I didn't think that she was going to pull it off the way that she did, but...
And she did it on purpose, brother. There was no reason for her to she could have had some kind of diplomatic answer to the question was, did you know you were going to be great Palpatine? And the diplomatic answer was like, oh, they kept everything real secret, and I was really excited when they finally told me. That's the correct diplomatic answer.
Exactly.
Incorrect answer for PR purposes is, they're just making it up as they went along, and they kept changing it. And, one day I was going to be this, one day I was going to be that, and then even in the middle of the last movie, they kept changing it. That's the wrong answer, and that's an intentional answer.
Yeah, and I'm glad that she said it the way that she said it, because now it doesn't give Disney no wiggle room to even try to, think of a backdoor way to get up out of it. And this is brilliant. I love it.
All the truths are coming out. We were saying this, and nobody believed us. All the lighter guys, everyone said we were crazy. We're like, man, that's what's happening. They're making it up as they go along. And what do you know? You're not in the process. I'm like, man, I worked in this town. I know the process. I can see them making it up as they go along. I can see it on the screen.
I tell you, brother, you should have your own. You should have had your own YouTube channel and just spilling the beans just right off the bat, man. You would have been like 2 million subs.
No, I like coming on. I like coming on and coming in to great streams like yours and going back and trying to sell one of my TV shows, man.
We got Fat Steven Seagal in the building, living the high life. Karen Prime is in the building as well. Eric McIntyre doing his thing. We got Fandom Menace in the house. Can't stay. Wanted to say hi. Wish you a good show. Have fun. Thank you so much. Who else has crossed our threshold? A little something. It seems like we got the same. Spartan Fly Sentry. The last time I saw supplemental material enhance a movie was probably the second Matrix film. Interesting.
Well, which is interesting because, you know, a lot of people don't really like the sequels to The Matrix. You know, I think the second one was fine. I think the third one, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, I don't know what's happening. 90% of the movies outside The Matrix. I'm like, let's go back to The Matrix, man. When we have people up everything in the cave, I don't know.
It was great to me. Shit, it wasn't woke. It wasn't. It just gave us a great story that everybody invested in the character, and that was it. Sukari interpretation in the house. Trencher 1375 in the building. Did you ever go back to the water and fish the Boyega Funko Pop up? You know what?
That's down to by now, brother.
You know what? In hindsight, I should do it. But that's okay. He may have another Funko Pop, you know, without the Finn outfit. Maybe Big Dick Boyega Funko Pop. I'll buy that. Not a problem. Stephanie Janicek is still in the building. Matt's Mama Bear's in here. Thank you, my love. I'm so glad that you popped in. We got Rosetta Allen in the building with the meow. Yeah. Oh, and the one and only Drunk 3PO popped in to say hi. Film Cobb, it's every Tuesday.
Well, Drunk 3PO. Now, you see, here I am with a man with some real melanin. I want to be on your melanin-related cast, man.
You heard it here.
Council that's got all these Norwegians and Australians, man. All these Vikings coming to the Dark Council. You need some melanin, man. And see, the world ain't ended by having the two of us getting together. You got to put me on.
Yes, sir. Mads Mama Bear is making sure that I don't miss any super chats. And I'm notorious, unfortunately, for missing it. But I always try my best to.
You pocketing the money and you're not giving back your thing? That's not Islamic, man.
No. Drunk 3PO with the $4.99 super chat, and there's nothing I could say about that brother. That is definitely. He's
like gonna end up marrying Gina Carano, man. I'm watching what's happening.
Yeah, that too.
I don't like what's happening to Gina Carano, man. That's my girl. And he's getting his little conversation going in my space. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Drunk 3PO with the $4.99 super chat. Love you, my dude. I love this brother to death.
Man, you guys have a bond, man. We can see it on screen. You see when you guys are together.
It's just something about me and him together. It's just like, you know, hand and glove, you know.
Yeah.
And someone like, like Starsky and Hutch. We sit up here, we run and gun, you know what I'm saying? But we have each other's backs. We love each other's families and stuff. And I tell anybody, when you got a solid dude by your side, somebody that's your partner, man, it's like y'all we could conquer the world, you know. Absolutely. But at the same time, we give each other space. We respect, you know, each other's visions for what they want to do with their lives, and we support each other. But we do that with everybody in the Dark Council. Yeah, that's why it's such a unique group.
Yeah, and it's one of the best streams, really, you know, on YouTube. The live, whenever you guys get on together, it's really compelling.
Man, these guys are just bona fide superstars as far as I'm concerned. They talented out they add. Fatal J, Callis, Demogeny, Mark with a C is an OG.
Oh, yeah, he was one of the early guys that I found when I found you. He had all the followers then.
He had like over 6,000 subs when I first caught on to him, and I loved him immediately because I loved his energy. Yep. You know, his energy and his way of putting it down. And he was low budget like me. He was in his room. And right, and I didn't feel so bad now. I was like, oh, okay, damn. I thought I was the worst of the worst. I was, you know, at least he had decorations and stuff in his room. I said, my thing is all, you know, bland and stuff. It's the same. This is the same room that I started 2 years ago. Ain't nothing changed. But just having, you know, him in the group just add the dynamics of just the elder statesman type thing, you know. Yeah. But it was
he's got this really wise, relaxed vibe, you know, and he speaks up when he's not to and adds the zinger. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We all have different personalities and stuff, and for whatever reason, it just meshes together perfectly. Yeah. But behind the scenes, we pull for each other, and I freaking love that. I mean, in Islam, you know, you already know what you want for your brother, what you want for yourself. That's Islam right there.
Yeah,
so
you're not a believer until you want what you want for your brother, what you want yourself. Very famous statement of the Prophet.
Exactly. So that is my whole ideology. I cannot go past that because that's an article of my faith. Yeah. You know. So what you need, I want you to have it because if Allah's gonna bless me with it, That it won't it will come and nobody won't be able to stop it.
Yeah,
if it's
absolutely.
not for me, then that's something I shouldn't be upset about.
Yeah,
because
if the whole world wants to give it to you, it's not for you. It ain't gonna happen.
you ain't gonna happen. Exactly. And like I said, as we grow older in wisdom and knowledge and understanding, this is the type of thing where it's like I'm not bothered by it. So if I don't get 5,000 or 10,000 subs, I'm not bothered by it because it's not meant for me to have. You know, it's meant for me to connect with great people and expand my, my palate and my knowledge, and friendship and camaraderie. I'm so glad, Allah brought you in my life, because now speaking to a fellow brother in the faith, we have more common than anything else in terms of how our thinking is going to be, and we still keeps it real when it comes to the secular knowledge and stuff like that. So yeah,
and we got to thank for all this. We got to thank Ryan Johnson.
Oh man,
we wouldn't have met. None of this thing would be happening.
Oh, thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Ryan, for fucking it up for everybody.
Uses whom he wills. That's a central principle of Islam, man. He uses the adversary, man.
Oh my goodness, that boy is quiet. I know that boy is quiet. After Daisy really spilled the beans. Oh my God, it's almost like his publicist is like, you don't need to go out, Ryan. It's the COVID.
Oh, no, he got double whammy. When Boyega came out like a few days ago, everyone said, man, this is clearly he's talking about Ryan Johnson, The Last Jedi, because he gave JJ a pass. He said, don't bother my brother JJ. It's not his fault. He came in to fix your mess. What is your mess? It's The Last Jedi, right? Yeah. And then Daisy Ridley comes on top of that. I mean, it's a double whammy.
Just the way she said it, we was playing around with, and then I had the Hollywood article. Let me screen share, because this is the newest one. Oh, let me get over here with my brother right here. Give me 1 second. Gunnar Renee Ole. At least I'm hoping I'm saying that right. $50 super chat. All right. Good day to you, Mr. President and Mr. Pasha. I'm catching the next Dark Council for sure. We can't wait. We're going to be on Demogenized channel for the first time. Gunner. Oh, man. It's going to be hilarious to see Demogenize as a moderator and trying to keep us under control.
You guys got to bring Kenzie Taylor, man, onto the Dark Council.
We got to talk to the man with the master plan for Aussie, right? Lethal Lightning.
Got an email, man.
I know he got the keys to the kingdom.
Man, I'm a night owl. I'm working up to 3-4 a.m. in the morning. I sleep. I got up at 9 a.m. with like 3 hours of sleep to watch that live broadcast.
Oh my goodness! Exactly. And you know what? I'm here for all of it, man. If we could get Miss Taylor in here, it would be with the Dark Council. Whoo, that would be heaven on earth. As a matter of fact. But in the meantime and in between time, the Hollywood Reporter. Mm-hmm. Now, Daisy Ridley reveals original Rey Kenobi plot in Star Wars. She says she was jerked around with her character a lot more than fans realized when she worked. She said at the beginning they was toying around with an Obi-Wan connection. There were different versions. Then it really went to no one. It came that episode. I can imagine the freaking room that they had to sit around and just go through the JJ pitched me the film and was like, oh yeah, Palpatine is the granddaddy. Then 2 weeks later, he was like, oh, I guess we're not so sure. So it just kept changing. And so then even as we was filming, I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
That's some visionary filmmaking right there, man.
Oh, my God.
Movie, you don't know what the ending's going to be.
Oh, my God. This is just horrible. It appears Abrams had one last idea in mind when he co-wrote and directed The Force Awakens, which Last Jedi writer-director Ryan Johnson derailed. Then Abrams had to rethink. This is just so sad. Star Wars fans were both surprised and unhappy with what could have been revelation and took to social media to vent. Rey Kenobi quickly trended. You know what's so sad about this? You know what's so sad about this? The fact that they actually had to film this. Actually had to literally film it. He kept passing them scripts like, you're going to be Ray Kenobi. Oh, okay. Next week, take the Ray Kenobi shit out. Here it is, Ray Palpatine. Oh, really? Didn't he die in episode 6? You know what? Fuck that. Let's take the Ray Palpatine now, and we'll come back and get you something else. Came back. Now you're Ray Snoke. Ray Snoke? Yeah, well, we had nothing else to do, so we got to put that together, and we took Ray Snoke out. Came back with Ray Palpatine. But you told me Ray Palpatine was there. Well, listen, it's a new day. We just made him, just parked him up with Exegol and thousands of ships.
You know, a good actor like Daisy Ridley is gonna ask some questions, brother. She'll be like, "Well, so wait, so I'm the granddaughter. So who did? Did Palpatine have a wife? Did he have an empress?" It's like, wait. He cloned himself, and the clone is my father. So am I not the daughter of Palpatine? Why am I getting this crap?
I know. They probably told us, well, look, man, listen, we got only like 2 months to film this train wreck waiting to happen.
It's like, look, just do it.
Bob Iger said, listen, man, we got to get this shit out. So, well, what about the Lucas cut? The fuck up about that Lucas cut, all right? We never speak that name in this area, all right? Don't even talk about it. But JJ said he filmed it. He lied. So here, take your Palpatine. You're the granddaughter. Snoke is a fucking clone. Hux is a traitor, and we're gonna and trust me, it's gonna be great.
Just take your paycheck and run, baby. Just take your paycheck and run. I know Abrams said that phrase to her because I've had that phrase said to me. When I'm in one of these moments, it makes no sense. It's all going down.
He probably told you. He probably told Daisy. He said, listen, baby girl.
He said it to her.
Yeah, he said, listen, baby girl, you just roll with this shit, all right? But JJ, you still directed it. Well, for all intents and purposes, I'm not directing shit. I'm just say action and the suits do it. Yeah, the suits is doing all the work. So you know what? I'm already 1 foot out the door. I'm about to head over to Warner Brothers. So if you need a job, man, where we can do shit right, you come over to me. And the Trekkies are sitting up here like, don't you believe this? Trekkies hate his ass, and we should have peeked it because they was trying to warn us. Yo, you see what he did with Star Trek? Do not trust this man.
Again, the problem is this with Mr. Abrams. I think he's very talented, right? I also think that, he's also politically savvy and he goes with the flow. And sometimes you actually have to be the one that says no, right? And put your foot down. Yeah. And the other problem is that he's got this cadre of all these buddies who are frankly not talented. Who advanced, and so I was fine with it. I actually enjoid that first Star Trek movie. I said, oh, okay, they blew up.
It wasn't that bad, but when they got
universe. But the second movie, I was like, what the hell's happening here, man? Into darkness. I was like, what from the opening scenes, like, why is the Enterprise underwater? It makes no sense.
They should have not.
It made sense, and I was like, this thing is just a badly written, dumb movie.
Yeah,
and then you got Khan in there, and one of the most offensive things is, and he's Cumberbatch is a good actor, but he's a nice British dude. Khan is supposed to be an Indian dude, and it's in the '60s, man.
Coming soon. Yeah.
They got at least who's a great actor. Ricardo Montalban is Khan, but you couldn't get no swarthy brown skinned person to play this Indian Sikh dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Very, very true.
Come on, man.
They really messed up the Kelvin timeline. They should have just left it alone. That's where actually the start of all of their worlds came from. Where we got CBS access and all of this nonsense. I have actually started rewatching the Next Generation. I had completely forgotten how good that show really was. I'm on season 5 now. I'm going from 1 to 7, and it just
and it got really dark and intense. The Borg show up, and then war happens, and and Picard gets taken away and becomes a Borg. It was really emotional.
I have deep appreciation for Riker more now, for Data, and actually Worf. The Lieutenant Worf. They gave him some good character arcs, in there.
Because Worf, this was such a brilliant idea. that the Klingon war is over to the point that a Klingon can be. Because that's Star Trek. Eventually, we're all going to come together, and a Klingon can be on the bridge. But the Klingon is still torn because he still has his loyalties to his people.
Yeah, that's true. And he made it very known, but he still was the type of consummate professional that I'm in a Starfleet uniform, so I'm gonna handle my business like a Starfleet thing. And at least Captain Picard felt his inner struggle, man, and he really gave him some leeway behind that. Like, he didn't want to let him disrespect his Klingon heritage, but he just tried to tell him, I want you to be you, but still we gotta represent the Starfleet, and that's what gave Worf that real connection with Picard behind it. Like, this guy knows me, So I love it.
Look, I'm sure you understand this. For me as a kid watching Worf, it hit me because I'm a teenager, Muslim kid in Brooklyn, not fitting in high school, right? And Worf was me, right? I'm wearing the uniform of the average American dude. At the same time, I don't look like the average American dude. Right. And people, they're a little suspicious of my religion, right? So I don't fit in whether I like it or not. And yet I gotta wear the uniform. And I got him, man. I understood.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Stuyvesant, good old Stuyvesant.
Bedford Stuyvesant?
I went to Stuyvesant, old school Stuyvesant, when it was still on 14th Street, Union Square.
Oh, okay. You was in the city.
Park, right?
Oh, all right. You was in the city.
I was, Stuyvesant, yeah.
Okay.
So, and look, I grew up in Borough Park, right? Along all the Orthodox Jews, it was fun, Muslim guys, Orthodox Jews, and and I took the test. The people watching Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant's one of those sort of math science schools, and honestly, I got no math science skills. I was always going to write it. I was a creative person. I don't even know how I passed that test. Type you got to take, right? And I got in, and it was hard for me actually because the whole school, everyone's taking AP Physics and AP Chemistry, and this. Man, I was taking creative writing classes, which were not the norm there. And I didn't really fit in. So it was weird because I'm in a school of quote unquote nerds, right? And I don't even fit in with them, man. I'm such a nerd that I don't fit in with the nerds.
Damn, man. You on the level by yourself, brother. So be proud of that. Sure. I didn't really get connected with a lot of the Manhattan schools because, territorial type thing back in the 80s.
Where did you go in Brooklyn?
Oh, I went to Tilden. Samuel J. Tilden High School. East Flatbush. Yeah, graduated in '88, so it was pretty much. I mean, we went to war with Winthrop, and it was all over the girls. We go to their school, pull their girls, and they come to our school, try to pull our girls. Then we get into fights with them, and it was crazy. Of course,
all the girls want Abu Nas even back then, man.
Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting up there.
I want this alpha right here. I want this alpha. I can smell his alpha.
We going into another neighborhood trying to pick up chicks over. These dudes irate. So it was a back and forth war between Winthrop and Tilden, and then sometimes I had to go up to Upper Manhattan with Martin Luther King Jr. School because my cousin was out there, so he was heavy out there. They was getting into the brawls. So when we get the call, then we got to hop on the train, go all the way uptown, and it was a mess. It was a goddamn mess. But we graduated. we got out.
Those battles taught us how to survive this world. That's what this generation of kids, man, they are lost because they have been coddled. And the thing is, the world is always going to be a hard place. And coddle your kids, you're just going to leave them weak to be destroyed. And that's what we're watching, man.
And that's how these young boys is being raised, man. They're being raised. Unfortunately, if they ain't got their fathers in their life to really lock this shit down, the mothers is just can only do what moms do. They cuddle, they protect them.
And you need that balance. You need the mom's nurturing energy, but that's all you got. If that's all you got, you don't have the foundation. You need the eternal energy. God created both hands. You need the masculine and the feminine. And our society in the last generation just honored, or at least claimed to honor the feminine and devalued the masculine. And I don't think the feminine wants that. Women don't want weak men.
No, they don't. But we don't have enough women really speaking out. I mean, in our community, we got almost all of our ladies is on that. You know what I'm saying?
And they have no patience for nothing. They'll just tell you straightforward, be a man.
I know Stephanie Janicek, when I first met her, she always loved Harrison Ford, but she always explained why the type of man that he is a real masculine man that a lot of women are drawn to. So, but we knew that because, like I said, ladies loved, Harrison Ford and Han Solo and this. Shit, even Princess Leia loved him in real life. So that man was the real deal. So everybody gravitated toward that. But like I said, he did things the way he was supposed to do. He handled himself as a boss, and he, actually, loved the ladies and gave them what they wanted, been respectful and this, that, whatever. So, like I said, they don't have him as old pervy wanker. He's sitting up there going to the bars and all of this stuff. Nah, he just kept it 100. So, and that's what a lot of women hopefully could see in their men, but they don't see it, and then they just walk all over them, and then that cycle continues with these kids. Because now you got these little 18 to 25-year-olds simping their ass off over chicks with bathwater. They're never gonna see.
It is humiliating. Yesterday I got into a dumb Twitter war with some kid. I was telling one of these obnoxious kids that were talking crap to me. I was like, look, man, you guys needed tough love in your generation.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what do you mean tough love? You talk about abuse? And I look at this, he's like with like pink hair, man, and he's got his pronouns in his bio. And I said, man, you needed tough love, and tough love is discipline. It's self-respect. Mm-hmm. That's you. And he's like, and the fact that you're on here with your purple hair and your dumb pronouns and this and that, man, instead of having some dignity, you think employers going to check out your Twitter feed and go, oh, this is a guy I want to hire. He's got a future. I mean, your parents looking you.
You got a future, young man. I think I need to mess with you. Shit.
I mean, it's just like, I know when you're young, you're dumb. We were dumb when we were young. We weren't this dumb, man.
Mm-hmm. No, we wasn't this dumb. No, exactly. I shake my head, man, because we want to try to educate these kids, but they're too busy arguing with us over certain things that we was telling them about that Daisy Ridley has now finally came out and confirmed. So there's pretty much nowhere for these people to go, and I absolutely
they live on the surface of things. We had a life, and we're like, okay, this behavior tells us that beneath the surface of things, this is what's really happening because we're looking at behavior, and we know we've experienced human nature. These people just look at the surface of things. Oh, Daisy Ridley says she's fine with it. We're gonna go with that, and then they're shocked when Daisy Ridley reveals the truth.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of which, Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina, $2.99 super chat. She said, "No, I don't want no effeminate type of men. No, you either got to be a man's man in order to get with this queen. That's exactly it." Thank you so much for the super chat, Stephanie. We sitting up here and shooting the breeze. This Daisy Ridley thing is just absolutely hilarious. I'm of the mindset now where, what do you think is going to happen between this? Because now the show media and everybody else, they panicking. They don't know where to go with it.
Down. It's crashing. And they couldn't do anything. When Boyega came down, they're like, oh my God, black man is speaking. That goes against the narrative. And now the thing is this, the white woman, who the whole franchise was built around the white woman. And I'm telling you, and you've seen me talk about this. Right now, the white woman is the most fetishized thing in Hollywood, right? Mm-hmm. The black man is there to be her servant, which is exactly what happened on Star Wars, right?
Right.
And so now when the white woman is speaking the truth, that's it, they're done, right? And this reveals that Kathleen Kennedy is finished. And she's been finished for a few weeks at the very least, like as a finish. As in she put the white flag in and was done. Like, I mean, she was fighting to retain control for much of this year. And I absolutely believe what Doomcock said, his sources said, they had a call with her, like, a couple of months ago saying, you're done. Give us everything that you're doing. Be quiet. Let us see all your budgets. And we're just gonna kill everything. And then she started putting out all this conciliatory stuff. We got all these books and things that she'd ignored all this time.
Everything with George Lucas she ignored. Said that we didn't have no source material when the bitch was on video. When George Lucas told her we had a treasure trove of this, that, and this. Now all of a sudden, we gotta reflect more on George Lucas and blah 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 blah. And I'm sitting up here like, oh, this is just painful. This is just painful to watch, but I'm enjoying it. Because Jon Favreau had it right the first time. You are supposed to worship, not worship. You're supposed to, roll with everything that George Lucas puts down on the pen. If he gave you story treatment, right? If he gave you story treatment about midichlorians and the Journal of the Will, you fucking roll with that.
Yeah, you make it work, right? And if you're a writer, you find a way to make it accessible to people that don't know that myth.
Mm-hmm. Because midichlorians is not going anywhere. It is a part of the Star Wars lexicon now. So it's been here for almost 20 years. So unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with it. So with midichlorians, the symbiotic, okay, fine, but the meaning of the Force is still there. It's that you don't have to you don't have to feel like you're diluting it because the midichlorians is there. It's George Lucas. It's the maker. He's making an explanation as to how he wants his story to go. We are supposed to follow that. And trust me, people who talk about, oh, well, he got the corny dialogue. Listen, let me tell you something. After the shit we got, these 3 films, I will happily take corny dialogue. Yippee! And I will happily take that shit.
Man. He's trying to go back to the old Buck Rogers things that he watched as a kid, man. He's trying to go back
in the 40s. Yes, that's his sensibilities, man. That's why I'm, with everything that went wrong, that people said that went wrong with Attack of the Clones because of the dialogue, and he can't write romance or whatever. Look, he's a simple man, and his dialogue is based off of what he sees and had loved as a kid in the 40s. The 40s and the 50s, and dialogue back then was even stunted like that. But that was the thing of the times. But we got so spoiled with this shit up in 2002, and we got this one and that one and blah 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 blah. So we couldn't gel with it the way that we should have. But in hindsight, now we see his genius. Like I said. It had a little bit of pacing problems or whatever, but the last 45 minutes of Attack of the Clones is better than the entire sequel trilogy.
I love that movie. I was in
I love it too.
And I was jumping up, and when Yoda goes down with a lightsaber, I jumped up in my seat, and I wasn't the only one.
You was there, Cameron. You was there opening night?
I was there opening night.
Me too. Exactly what you said. As soon as Yoda pulled the thing out and the lightsaber came, grown men, myself included, jumped out of our seats. We jumping for joy, popcorn flying in the air. You don't see nothing like that in none of these Star Wars
films. Throughout that whole movie, I was like, oh, whoa. When Anakin gets his arm chopped off, whoa. I mean, I was just throughout that movie. You see Jango Fett, you meet young Boba.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love that movie. I don't love one as much as you did, but I appreciate when you share how much joy gave your children.
Yeah, right? my oldest daughter. I love that movie to death because of when I looked at her face and seen the biggest smile that she had, seeing the pod race, Jar Jar, I knew Lucas was a genius. It was no doubt in my mind that how he affected me as a child, he's doing the same thing to my daughter, and now doing the same thing for my grandson.
And it's brilliant. And I went and saw episode 1, even though I had issues with it, but I've come to have affection for it over time. And I saw it multiple times when it came out. If for nothing else, because I fell in love with Darth Maul. And the Duel of the Fates was absolutely incredible. And I was like, I'm going to go see this movie again just to watch that sequence. This was before YouTube, so I wasn't able to. I was like, I'll watch that movie again for 5 minutes because I love it so much.
Hold on 1 second. Got one more coming in. $13.75 with the $50 super chat. But are Kennedy leaving? But is Kennedy leaving going to help anything, or is she just falling on a sword on the way out and taking the blame? Cameron, what do you think?
I mean, I think that it's a fait accompli. It's finished. She's done, and I think it is already. We're seeing it's helping. I mean, The Mandalorian is a much better iteration of this Disney. To me, it's still fan fiction. It's not George Lucas. It's still fan fiction, but at least he was involved somewhat as a consultant on that, right?
Right.
And so you're already seeing it's getting back on track. But even the flaws that people have with The Mandalorian is because there's this internal war that was still happening between Kathleen Kennedy's clique and Jon Favreau's clique. Kathleen Kennedy's clique is finished. And so now Jon Favreau can do what he wants to do, which is to take back the heart of Star Wars. So I'm excited for season 2. And now we see Gina Carano speaking her truth without any fear. She has been given the green light from Disney to do that. She would not be doing this stuff, going on Twitter, talking her truth. She would not be doing that unless they told her it's okay. We got your back. Be yourself, right? And so that is a whole new era for us.
Renee Patrick said karma. Yep. All of that came back to haunt her. You really thought that the agendas and everything that you was pushing early on and You didn't need the older fans, or you didn't have to cater to the male fans, and you don't have no obligation to us. You really thought the 18 to 25-year-olds was going to save the day, buy the merch, and become the new breed of fans.
With what money, man? They got no money. They got to argue with these purple-haired kids, man, talking about their pronouns. I was like, dude, you're literally living on your parents' basement. You got no money. What are you going to spend? I mean, use that thing of you live in your parents' basement. We, nerds. I was like, you are, man. I got a job.
Yeah, the high-paying job at that. Shoot, somebody told me. Yeah, somebody told me I lived in my mom's basement. I was like, my mother's been gone for over 20 years. I got my own place. What are you talking about?
You're a professional, man. You at a high level thing. You're working with the Justice Department. Working with the Justice.
Yeah,
system.
Legal, man. I'm in correctional facilities. I'm doing my thing. The 25 years in my law firm, man. I'm not quitting none of that just to do YouTube. I mean, I like YouTube. I like being a content creator and stuff. And I've met so many wonderful people, yourself included, and everything else. But I'm not quitting my job behind this. I got
you have a life, and because you have a life, you got a perspective to share about this world. Yeah. I mean, these kids, and again, I don't want to be ageist, classist, or whatever, but I'm going to be because Disney catered to these people. But it's basic. Right after to the Last Jedi came out, literally 2 weeks later, I was invited. I've gone to business school. I got an MBA, so I went back to my business school in Dartmouth. Right? Yeah. I went there and I gave a talk. And I talked about The Last Jedi when I thought I was crazy and alone. I hadn't even found this community yet, right? And and I said at this talk to business students, I said, look at what's happening at Disney. You're going to be studying this in cases in the years to come of how to ruin a franchise and lose billions of dollars. I said that right after The Last Jedi to business students. I said, this is bad. You are turning against your established economic, source of your fan base and trying to go for this group that does not have economic, or maybe you don't know, but they don't have any economic potential.
Shit, right? They know now.
They know now because we were in that. We talked about this, man. But, I don't want to get this into politics, but the truth is this, and neither you nor I are Trump fans. A lot of our colleagues and fandom members are Trump fans. God bless them. You got your own journey. But the reality is, all of this stuff came out of Trump's election, man. It's what it came out of.
I mean, it wasn't no secret. I mean, whether you hate him or you love him, the truth is, everything about this shit that we dealing with now, that shit started as soon as he came in the building.
Of course.
In the building. Literally. I mean, you can say what you want about President Obama and the last year and this, that, whatever. He was here for 8 years for a fucking reason. Yeah. For a fucking reason. Yeah. And like I said, if his politics was sketchy on some areas or whatever, but you can't deny.
A beloved guy.
You cannot deny the man's character. Yeah. And that's sometimes you can't fake that. Sometimes you can have somebody with great business sense, great political sense or whatever, but the character of yourself as a man goes a long way in terms of bringing people together for a commonality. You know what I'm saying? And he had it. Yeah. This guy just came in the building and treated this shit like a reality TV series. And some people are cool with that and I could see Trump's appeal because he's not political. He definitely doesn't do the shady.
He represents an FU to a lot of things that people want unhappy.
Right, and they was looking for that, and I get it. I totally get it. But if your incompetence overrides your charismatic way of bringing your people, you still gonna have the problem. We are totally in a free fall right now, and these young kids is just either running with it or they're running against it.
But
the corporations is trying to, you know what I'm saying? They trying to latch on to somebody that's gonna give them money.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? And now everybody's just throwing the dice, betting on either the wrong horse or the right one, and nobody has a fucking clue. Meanwhile, Star Wars is already suffering because Kathleen Kennedy rolled the dice. She was like, everybody hates Trump. Okay, let's roll the dice. We got the young people.
Give what everybody in my little bubble in Hollywood want.
And instead,
people talk like this around me, and I'm like, man, you don't actually believe any of this crap. You're just saying it to fit in.
Yeah, and on top of that, regardless whether you like or hate Trump or like the politics of the Republicans or the this or the conservative, regardless of that, that should not be in our Star Wars a franchise. None of that should be. I mean, whatever Lucas did in terms of his story and how his inspiration came with the Vietnam War, whatever.
But
That's
that was
the
still
makeup.
archetypal, man. You
Right.
can take those issues and make them in any conflict worldwide. It's not dated to a particular moment in history.
Exactly. And that, like I said, as long as it's broad and you ain't trying to pinpoint to make people think like this is where it's based. And that's where these other kids were doing wrong with this Birds of Prey. Yeah. No, the Wonder Woman 84, where they're talking about where we're gonna make it, so like this, where you could see, that it's a Trump thing and just that. Nobody don't want to hear that. Yeah. I mean, shit, I don't like Trump, and I don't even fucking want to hear that in the film. I want
the movie get away from this crap.
And like I said, I'm praying to God, please let Wonder Woman be at least halfway decent. Don't have me just.
I love Gal Gadot, and
me too.
Anybody follows my Twitter knows I'm pro-Palestinian. I went to Israel 2 times last year. I didn't have a great experience. I got issues with that country, but I don't blame Gal Gadot for that, and I love Gal Gadot.
Yeah, exactly. The Star Wars thing is, and I keep telling people, Star Wars is a timeless fable. What happened 40 years ago to make it the powerhouse that it is does not. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. We had diversity. Well, there was no black people in Star Wars 1. Okay, but guess what? Empire Strikes Back, you got Lando Calrissian, and we was fine with that.
Guy in the world. He could steal the girl from Han Solo.
Exactly. We was fine with that. Yeah. We was fine with that. We wasn't greedy. We saw somebody that looked like us. He was a bad guy, but he turned into a good guy, and then he turned into a general. And he rode the Millennium Falcon. He blew up the Death Star. Exactly. So the black man saved the day. You're welcome. So we wasn't
part of that Death Star is still down somehow, in the planet, right? How that survived this thing that looks like a super nuclear explosion. I don't know. I don't know how that survived. The throne room survived that, man.
I'm just saying, man. Everything was perfect. You know what I'm saying? As much as a black militant that I am, I love having the whole world of a fantasy caters to me in terms of my imagination, not my skin color, not my politics, not nothing. Just my imagination.
I was watching, and I actually asked your forgiveness. I actually have to hop in a couple of minutes, so I won't be able to hear for the rest of it. But I want to share this.
Okay.
Right? I was watching this. Somebody posted some footage from Return of the Jedi of the lines that were around there, and they were interviewing people when it first came out, like in '83, right? And people were like, they come out of the movie and they were so excited, and it was so diverse. You got a black guy with his white best friend, and they were talking about, man, this movie blew me away. It was the right ending for this trilogy. And and every ethnicity was being interviewed. This is 1983, man. And everyone was united. All these people on the line, every race, every color was united over Star Wars. Nobody was saying, oh, wow, you got a black guy with a white friend. You came to see this movie together. Nobody thought about it. I watched that and I was like, this is Star Wars, man.
This is Star Wars. So what the fuck happened? What the hell? You know what? Let me get to some of the people in the chat. Oh my goodness, because I know they got a lot to say. Oh my goodness. Yes. David Quintana, I saw some reviews of the Star Wars DLC for Sims. It's just a glorified ad for Galaxy's Edge. Even the aliens wear masks that aren't actual Star Wars species. My God. Don't even talk about Galaxy's Edge. That was a major bust.
That's incomprehensible to me, whatever.
The Gospels of Mark, according to Mark with a C, is in the building. He said, we got the point. Anakin smashed Padme. She got pregnant. He didn't need to write us a poem. We understood the story. So, you're evil, brother. Yep,
I got the mind of him doing Padme with his electronic arm. Hey, baby, come to me.
Oh my God, now I can't unsee that. Eric McIntyre said, I was shouting when Yoda pulled out the saber. Yeah, man, Yoda was that dude. Oh man, Valley Dan said the whole theater erupted when Yoda pulled out that lightsaber. It was pandemonium. Yep, you'll never get to see nothing like that in a movie ever again. Nate G with the $5 super chat. It's a treat to have both of you on together and join the conversation. Nate, thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate you being here with us, chilling and doing the thing. Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina, once again, $4.99 super chat. This stuff started in 2012. That's when I started noticing the social justice warrior crap, and it was deep in the fandom, the Phantom Menace, the Force Awakens. Yeah, yep. She peeped it early.
Stephanie's not wrong. It was there. Look, they're always going to put their ideology into it. I'm just saying that after Trump was elected, that's what defined the Last Jedi and everything else. It became extreme and overt and really to the radical left. It wasn't even sort of Hollywood liberalism, right? Mm-hmm. It was something else because they were trying to react to Trump and maybe go so far they think they can get society back to what they want. They only push it further, whatever.
Damn, we got Ray. Okay, not the Mary Sue Ray, but the Ree. What's good, Abu? Disney is a shell of its former self and should have never gotten their grubby hands in Star Wars in the first place. I totally agree, brother.
So forgive me, my brother Abu Nas. I actually have to hop because I got to.
Okay.
Something. So I want to thank you for bringing me on. I hope I can come on again because I interrupted this wonderful conversation early. But I'm so honored to have been on this show. Allah brought us together, and I'm hoping I can, these things calm down with all the craziness world. I want to come to the East Coast. I want to hang out with you.
Yes. We got to do that, brother. Because I am going to have to come out to the West Coast at some point because my brother and sister.
But they're going to steal all the ladies from me, brother. Don't leave the West Coast for me, brother.
I know.
All for me, brother.
Like I said, I gotta come with. I gotta come.
Being a Corona, the drunk refill, man. I'm losing Daisy Ridley to you, man. Come on, man.
But Cameron, oh man, it is absolutely a pleasure to have you, brother. And like I said, we are going to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Cameron Pasha. God bless you, brother. And like I said, we're going to catch up soon.
We're going to talk soon. And bless you. Everyone keep watching Abu Nas, man. He's the spokesman of the truth. He's our Moses, man. He's our Moses. All right, my brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I will talk to you very soon, okay?
All right, then, brother. Have a good one. Oh, Cameron Pasha, my brother. Toxic masculinity. The older fans are parents of their 6 to 10-year-old target market, as well as their financial suppliers and their influences of the child's preferences. But shitting on the OG fan base, they fucked up. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Club Star Wars said, is KK going then? Did I miss something? No, you didn't, brother. It's just as brother Pasha said. The jig is up. Daisy Ridley dropped the bomb. John Boyega dropped the bomb. It's over. The game's over. There was a little bit of a war, a tug and pull, but unfortunately, everybody is now letting it be known under her watch. It was a disaster. It was a disaster, and Doomcock once again has been right all along. The war is over. Jon Favreau is the de facto head of Lucasfilm. They know that he's trying to put out something that people are drawing themselves to, and they see it. I'm still trying to be cautiously optimistic about certain things, but I am sitting up here rooting for Jon Favreau because he is from the Lucas camp. He is very cognizant of what Lucas did was right and correct, and we need to follow that guideline in order to be successful. So when we say we need Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo with Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, R2-D2, C-3PO, we need the Magnificent Seven back to give the thanks to the long-standing 40-year plus fans that gave the money, that bought the merch, that bought the books, the toys, the shows, everything. We need them because the young kids ain't cutting, it's not pulling their weight, and their politics and everything else behind that has fucked us all over. Thank you for nothing. We got Steven Sacedo, old school film and gaming reviews. Is Disney really Disney, or isn't it only a name only because it's not Walt Disney's company anymore? It's not the man anymore, as it's been turned into a corporate monster. I wonder what Walt would think. Well, Walt would probably, Walt is definitely a product of his time, so he pretty much would not have the view of my people. And and like I said, he had his ways of doing certain things, but like I said, he was a man of his time. He couldn't survive in this era. That's for damn sure. But I know that it's only in name in terms of Star Wars where it's concerned. When George Lucas doesn't have control, or when George Lucas is not put at the forefront of what you're trying to do with his company, it's doomed to fail. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what happened. Starry-eyed girl is in the building. Oh my goodness. We got a celebrity here from the Doctor Who world. And I hope that she comes back, and start doing some more videos, man, because she was on point with the Doctor Who community. Yeah, make me have to start watching that show, Brian Young. Hail the cock of doom. Yeah, pretty much. Jay Hand says, modern day Lucasfilm truly chose the wrong hill upon which to die on. But they're going to keep attacking OG fans to the bitter end. And why would you not? That's all you got. That's all you guys got. And like I said, I'm of the mindset now where it's like, I welcome it. I welcome it because you don't have a leg to stand on. I got tweets from back in the days when people was really ragging on Mark Hamill. Said that you was old, you know good, Anthony Daniels said, damn man, they didn't really use me. They treated me like Mark Hamill. They just gave me a few lines and that was it. You know what I'm saying? They just had me for the marketing. That's all it was. Same thing with Billy D. Williams. You give him a few like cutscene lines, and that was it. He wasn't really even in the movie. So can we live? AJ Journeyman said when KK leaves, I can't wait to play the na. Oh yeah, that's gonna be right there, man. And it's almost like you're not gonna try to hide her in the walk of shame when you leaving out the Disney office for the last time. Nah, man, it's gonna be all over the media. It's all gonna be all over, and that's your fault. That's your fault. So Soul Assassin said, bring back the Star Wars A team. Yeah, man. And starting with Jon Favreau. You Can Call Me Joker said, Abu Nas, what's your opinion in the Home Dukop issue? No, he was right. The videos that he was putting out, he was right on the money. The executive, he even said the executives knew that they fucked up. They knew that they fucked up. It wasn't even an issue in terms of how they fucked up. They just know they fucked up bad, big time. No money was coming in. And you couldn't tell the 18 to 25-year-olds that this was something that they needed to do. They losing money. They built Galaxy's Edge and nobody gave a shit about it. Nobody. None. They got the blue milk people that, Campia, he was trying to sell this shit like it was nothing. And look what happened. Daisy Ridley, you know what? I ragged on Daisy Ridley, Mary Sue Ray for a minute. But I guess just like John Big Dick Boyega, when it came down to it, no NDA. No NDA. It was lights out. Everything that she said just basically derailed the entire narrative. And this is coming from, just as Cameron said, came from a woman that they built this whole thing around, and now even she's slamming on this shit. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Yep, you cannot. So the Doomcock, You Can Call Me Joker, he was on the money. Everybody knew it. And they said, we got to change this ASAP because the theaters was closed. The pandemic took over. Nobody's not going nowhere. Nobody's not spending no money. Nobody. People was out of jobs. So Disney had to say, you know what? All our properties is really getting hurt. But this one, Star Wars, we could fucking control this now. We know where we went wrong. We know what ideology and what the people that we thought we needed to cater to, all of that was wrong. Don't worry. We're gonna switch it up ASAP. And that's exactly what they doing. So hey, I'm all for it, brother. Oh man, I'm just happy to be on the right side of history. And I know all of you guys are happy to be on the right side of history. Toxic Masculinity said, I remember watching A New Hope in 1977 in a drive-in. Nice! And hiding under my favorite blanket every time I saw Darth Vader. Kylo Ren couldn't cut the mustard. What's scary about a guy that always loses? Exactly. Ain't nothing. Like I said, that boy just makes me laugh. You know, goes into his little man baby moments. But that's what Rian Johnson gave us. A man baby that he tried to make him look tough, you know, towards the end, and he just failed miserably. Club Star Wars said, I do feel like KK had an agenda and wants to push it as hard as she can. She probably won't go without a nasty fight. They'll just put her Star Wars on ice until her contract is up and continue with Favreau. Yeah, I mean, basically, that's all she's doing. She has no power. She's done. They told her, you're out of here. So you're just basically just coming in the office and playing solitaire until the contract thing is up, and then you can retire and do what you got to do. But you're done. There's no control over Star Wars. Why you think Rian Johnson is so quiet with his trilogy? Why you think? They asked him, well, are we having a trilogy? Because remember, she the one that brought him in. She the one that greenlit his trilogy. She gone. Everything went to shit. Nobody buying the merch. Nobody went to Galaxy's Edge. Nobody loved the movies. And now the actors that portrayed in the movie don't even like this shit. What do you think is going to happen? Exactly. And don't let nobody else tell you different. Nobody else tell you that, oh, I'm in the industry. I know these things. No, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. The executives have spoken. Don't give a fuck. We're not here to push shit that's not making money. And this guy was the beginning of our fall. Do you actually think we stupid enough to give him 3 more movies behind this shit? Nope. Unless you pushing it. Unless you let them do shit and push it on Disney Plus, which is pretty much like the consolation prize of all this shit. So no, I wouldn't even put it on Disney Plus. You know, bad enough I had to break down and get Disney Plus because my youngest daughter, you know, wanted the Disney Plus. She wanted to see the movies. You know, a mother arguing with me, and I'm sitting up here like, oh God, I do not want to pay for no Disney Plus, but I got it for her. Hooray for me, being dad. So, yeah. But at the very least, now I can check out The Mandalorian, you know, I guess, you know, without any issues. But I still would bootleg it if I had to, you know, and that's a damn fact. Yeah, but at the same time, guys, you know, I was getting ready to, you know what, let me breeze through, whatchamacallit, for the Snyder Cut heads that may be in here, because I know most of my people here is from the Star Wars world, and that's good. That's good, you know, because I love my Star Wars family. This is my bread and butter, you know, but I'm also a card-carrying member of the Snyder Cut movement. You know, we getting, you know, Zack Snyder's thing coming in on 2021. Ray Fisher has been having an ongoing thing with Warner Brothers. But he's trying to do what John Boyega and Daisy Ridley doing. He's exposing the bullshit, cleaning house. Let people know that you're not going to be, you know, running game and disrespecting the actors and not giving the public exactly what they want, you know, that they want to pay the money for. So they tried to make it seem like he was off his rocker, and oh man, that's not saying it's true. We was up here, we tried to do what we had to do in blah, blah, blah with the investigation. Ray Fisher came back and just like, listen, man, I got receipts, okay? And that's what's really scaring these people. I got receipts. Just like Daisy Ridley got receipts, just like John Boyega got the receipts. I got the receipts, man. This shit, the thing you're doing is not cool. But now that he got Jason Momoa on his side, that's a cast member. That's a cast member that you get ready to make him another movie with. You think he gives a shit? He's like, you need me. You need me. I made you $1 billion at the box office. You need me. So you think you can recast me? Go right the fuck ahead. It's not going to change not a goddamn thing. You know? So who else might pop up in there? Gal Gadot maybe. You know, Ezra Miller. Once Henry Cavill gets on, or Ben Affleck gets on board, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, you know? And like I said, now that the Snyder Cut is coming out in 2021, you got a whole bunch of rabid fans, just like myself, that's ready to throw money at you for you to give us what we want. You know? Paying customers. supply and demand. Why do you think that Sonic the Hedgehog thing did good? Because you messed up on something. The fans told you that you messed up. And then they said, you know what? If you're not happy with the product, we're going to change it and we're going to make it the way you want it. And that's exactly what they did. That movie did great. You know, people loved it. And they loved the fact that you respected the fans enough to do that. Why in the world could not Disney fake Lucasfilm follow that same advice? Well, since you had to die on that hill, at least you know now. And the executives upstairs got the message loud and clear. The 40-year plus fans, we're going to start catering to them now. We're going to bring Luke back. We're going to do this, that. We're going to cut out that High Republic bullshit. Get rid of all of it. If you're smart, you get rid of all of it. If anything, put it on, like I said, like fan fiction or something. You want to do that? Do that. But if I was Jon Favreau and if I'm the head of everything, everything goes. That's not Lucas related goes. The EU stories from the Lucas era, before all those stories before the Phantom Menace and everything else stays. And anything that they need to change, they change it accordingly towards that timeline. And everything else will be good. The young people, don't worry about it. They don't like it, they can go and find a new Twilight somewhere else. You know, it's all good. But what we doing right here, we staying where we at. And I'm here for all of it. As far as anything else, before we get out of here, wait a minute. Yeah, David Quintana, I like what he said right here. They worry about their wallets where they should be at least honest about it. Warner Brothers and friends. Yeah, but like I said, AT&T is on the scene, brother. AT&T is on the scene. Trencher 1375 for Sonic. The evidence was right there in their face, though. That first thing, it had human teeth. I know, but at least they changed it, brother. And that's the whole point. Yeah, Starry Eyes said because they thought they knew better. Yeah, well, like I said, sometimes you got to fall on your face in order to get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And like I said, this is a glorious time to be a fan of movie properties. Even though, you know, they're still going to try to push a little bit of agenda here and there, whatever. But as long as we know that you're staying true to certain things that we love and grew up with, then you should be all right. But if you're going to push that thing hard, learn from Warner Brothers' mistake with the Justice League. Learn from the Sonic the Hedgehog incident. And you can bet your bottom dollar, please learn from the Lucasfilm mess. Please learn from that. That alone should tell you we wasted billions of dollars on a theme park that nobody gave a shit about and nobody don't go to because they didn't have the heroes that they loved and grew up with. And we worried about these 18 to 25-year-olds with new characters that nobody gives a fuck about. That even the actors don't give a fuck about. So what do we do? Go back to the George Lucas well and be good. Be good. One more time for with the $3 super chat. Something for the war chest, brother. Take care, J-Han. God bless you, man. But we about to be out of here. Toxic Masculinity Secret Trilogy need to be retconned the same way JJ ended Lost. It was all a dream. You know what? You know what? If Jon Favreau is smart, which I think he is, that it needs a do-over. It absolutely needs a do-over. If it really comes to that, get with the deep fakes, get with all of that. Tell the story. I know Mark Hamill, that you think he may not come back if him and George Lucas, everybody, Jon Favreau was on board. Hell yeah, he would come right back. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You know, the John Boyega, hell yeah, he would come back. Shit, even Daisy Ridley, if they were to do it right with her, yeah, she probably would even come back. People want, like I said, if you know that you got shafted, nobody talk about Gwendolyn Christie no more. The Phasma girl, nobody don't talk about that. Like I said, forgotten people. Fuck a Porg, fuck a this, fuck all that other dumb shit. Take out that Solo movie, throw that shit in the trash. You know, do over. Have the person that looks like Harrison Ford and talks like Harrison Ford to do your movie. You know, and stay on the premise of the history that and the backstory that they already gave Han Solo, you know, in the 3 books, you know, the old school books by the Del Rey. Do the story, do the trilogy from that, you know, and then you have a winner. I mean, shit, I should be running Disney fake Lucasfilm, you know, I should be running it. You know, because damn near if I was running it, you guys would be in great shape, man. Everybody spending money, going to the parks and all this shit, and we still got money to throw away on bullshit. But you know, oh man, Terminator, Ghostbusters, Mad Max. Oh my God, yeah, everybody just, yup, they got to rebuild Star Wars from scratch. And stop copying every element from the Lucas saga. As a matter of fact, I may disagree with you on that, brother, because they got to go back to the Lucas well. I mean, try to come up and be creative with characters, but go back to that Lucas well. They, like I said, what they did over here, they was trying to be creative, but that shit didn't work. So got to go with what's worked. Lucas era, pristine. Disney era, not so much. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, almost 2 hours. My guest Cameron Pasha came in, blew it up. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You know, I'm glad that I got this out my system. Oh, and just one more thing, because I've been seeing this all over my Twitter feed. This damn, what the hell's going on out there? This thing with the Netflix cuties thing or whatever. Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm literally gonna have to cancel my Netflix subscription too. This is just absolute madness. You know, just the little things that I saw on the net behind that up there with the clips. I'm sitting up here like, how do you justify yourself allowing something like that to be on the air where all types of, you know, sick people can look at this, you know, and you just, you know, just catering to these people that should not be catered to. And from what I was hearing, it's almost like the story alone, you know, gets worse and worse as it goes along. So I'm telling anybody within the sound of my voice, you know, just either boycott Netflix, you know, which unfortunately I am going to have to do. I really didn't want to do it because, like I said, I'm trying to hang on for, you know, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead that's supposed to be come out there. So I'm hoping that if we make enough noise behind this sick-ass movie, then fuck it. You know, let this shit burn down until they learned the lesson. Take that shit out of circulation and then get shit back to normal. You know? But I can't under, you know, good conscience keep this streaming service knowing that we told you that this thing is not good, and then you go ahead and do it anyway. So you're in the same position as Lucasfilm, you're in the same position as Warner Brothers. You gotta fucking suffer with your wallet in order for you to get the message. You know? So I'm getting ready to do my part. You know, I'm gonna cancel and just I gotta tell, you know, the family, like, we ain't gonna have Netflix for a while until they get rid of that shit ass movie. You know, once they get rid of the movie, then I can see myself resubscribing again. You know, but I'm not fucking around. Our children gotta be protected. Our children, you know, whatever the bullshit that they gotta go through as teenagers, you know, up in the brackets like 17, 18, whatever. That's that. But leave our 10, 9, 8, 11-year-old, leave them alone. Leave them alone. You know? Let them be kids, man. Now this shit burns me up because I have children. Well, 2 of them are already grown, but my youngest is an adult. I mean, my youngest is a baby. My youngest is a baby. I don't want her exposed to that foolishness, to that sickness. You know? Not dressing up. Like I said, I'm lucky. How do these parents even get away with even thinking about allowing their children to be, you know, to be exploited like this? I can't. So if you, like I said, within the sound of my voice, man, you know, we gotta make a stand on this, really. And I know, you know, sometimes Netflix is pretty good for, you know, like I said, I love it, but it's not to the extent where every time I got to turn on Netflix, I'm reminded that shit is on there, you know. So I can't. But we do what we got to do, you know. But as far as that movie's concerned, whoever made this, they need to be fucking arrested, and I mean that shit, you know. Sure, I know sexual proclivities and all of that, notwithstanding or whatever. But come on, man. When it comes to our kids, there's a line that needs to be drawn. That's all I'm saying, and that's it. You know, when you grown, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like I said, I got high tolerance for the crazy shit. But when it comes to our kids, nah, man. And like I said, and there's no gender about it, boys or girls. Let our babies be children. Enjoy themselves before they have to deal with the bullshit, you know? So, we got to stand together, you know? Let kids be kids and not, try to go through. Yeah, Netflix got to learn the lesson like everybody else. Starry Eye Girl said over 600 girls auditioned for that role? What kind of parent allows that? You are absolutely right. What is wrong with these people? I mean, we so hard up on money that you want to pimp your kid out behind that shit? Thank God I'm old school. And that, like I said, I'd rather be broke, homeless, and I'll shoot a motherfucker before I have to sit up here and exploit my child for some money. Nah, Cypher. But other than that, let's get back to what we really came here for. You know, saying goodbye to Disney fake Lucasfilm once and for all. I want to thank every last one of you guys and gals for coming out here and just hanging out with me. You guys are the best. I can't. I gotta show my love to you guys the way I'm supposed to, because guess what? We winners over here. We're winners. We're winners and we're never losers. You know? And I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. You know? Yes, sir. You understand? Oh my God. Hating the prequels again? That's okay, brethren. From heaven out to send, but back down to earth where the real war begins. You know what it is, don't even pretend that it'll be easy for you to go get the win. You're better off in church trying to confess your sins all in. I do this like every weekend. It's not a good look being in the lion's den, but since you're here, better pull up a chair. Let me tell you why George Lucas is revered. Oh yeah, I know you wasn't looking for that. You wanted me to say, hey, Kennedy is back. Bob Iger is dope and Ryan's the man. I love Last Jedi and I'm a Reylo fan. I love everything that's part of the Disney brand. Whoever don't like it, I don't understand. The maker, as you know, had a story to tell. He gave story treatments for Disney to excel. They signed on the dotted line, told him go to hell. We only want the treatment for the Disney sale. But now that we got it and everything is right, we got our own plans and you know our future's bright. Episode 7 ripped off A New Hope. The Last Jedi was a straight fucking joke. The Rise of Skywalker's in the same boat. And how do you think the real fans gonna cope? By heeding the wisdom of the Dawn of Salah, the El Presidente, the one Abu Nar. The party's over, go get your coat and bounce. The fandom menace is back to renounce the SJWs and the NPCs. We're here to let you know it's time to set you free. If you don't want the truth, then that shit is on you. If you want the truth, then you let us come through. The rise of Palpatine is straight fucking trash. No one talks about it cause it's so bad. The prequels didn't have any problems like that. The prequels didn't know how it's supposed to act. The prequels followed the will of Creator George. The world building and the story made it all soar and captured the hearts of new fans who adore the characters and lore that they never saw before. But here you are, up here fucking mad. We're looking at you now and you know we're so glad. We're burning it down to the ground. We dare any one of y'all to hang around. But of course, on your live streams, you try to show that it's only rumors and you don't even know how it's gonna play out. Yeah, I suppose. But given what we saw, you best slow your roll. But Disney to you can never do no wrong. And even if you saw what was really going on, I'm looking at you crazy. Hell is on your mind. You said, F the Phantom Menace, our time to shine. I shook my head laughing. I said, that's your word? You should think you're smart and the throne you deserve. But in reality, you know that is absurd. A little nerd like you to come and try and serve the fandom menace, but the streets will prefer all of y'all to be singing up with the birds. Haters gonna hate cause the prequels is a joint, validated. And it's time to anoint that it's truly Star Wars in every shape and form, connected with the OT where it belongs. The sequel trilogy will always be scorned. Original EU is now reborn. Pay attention to the YouTubers we got. Learn from them so you can rock that spot. Oldest movie blog and my brother Doom Cop. Second Street, Marvel, straight run the block. Stephanie, Janisek, and Robot Head. Jeremy from G&G is one step ahead. John Talks is straight, getting all the bread. Mary Mayhem, don't care what you said. OG Star Wars, so bright in the light. 19K Fox had never left the fight. World class comics pros, showing what you know. Rookie critic, talent is foretold. Neurotics, straight go with the flow. Miss Milestone is the star of the show. Star Wars girl is the pimp that you love. Haters gonna hate, she gives less than a fuck. That badass dude named SC Reviews. The fourth way crew will never ever lose. Odds board and yes, Ruin Johnson. Becca Random is straight for the win. Tom's from Midnight's Edge is my friend. My brother Film God representing the Dark Council with Drunk 3PO. Fatal J, Lord Callis chilling on the low. Mark with a C and Demogenai. Best show on YouTube, you give us a try. Ryan Kendall and Lethal Lightning. Me and my brother Sith Kryptonian. We banded together as the Four Horsemen. The Snyder Cut is back, baby, we been avenged. I'm almost at the end, please bear with me. Gotta show love to the Phantom and his ladies. Gave us a lot and gave us the key to speak to the audience of what we believe. That Star Wars is the divine tragedy, and all that was good was destroyed by the greed. Kathleen Kennedy's a liar and you know. Ryan Johnson trilogy's a no-go. J.J. Abrams, you couldn't save it, bro, cause Rise of Palpatine was a shit show. Pablo Hidalgo, your ass is so slow. Chuck Wendig is still unemployed, yo. Freddie Prinze Jr. is slobbering in the snow. And how low can this punk ass go? Bryant Young, leave them young girls alone before you wake up and see the feds at your home. Ha ha! That's it, the game's over, we won. And going forward, we're always gonna be the number one. So with that being said, thank you everybody that came out here, hung out with us through the duration. Shout out to everybody from AJ Man Journey, Starry Eye, Call Me Joker, Jeremy 5, Russia Approved, Club Star Wars, Steven Cicedo, oh my goodness, Valley Dancer, Toxic Masculinity, Renee Patrick, woo, David Quintana, oh, who else was in the building? Trencher 1375, Reed, oh, you can call me Joker, woo, wee, Gunner Renee, oh my goodness, music for the Soul KB, J-Han 04, my goodness, I'm trying to go up the ladder, Matt's Mama Bear, Fatal J, Mark with a C, Demogenai, shout out to you, brother. Drunk 3PO, my brother from another mother, David Hervey, oh my goodness, Renee Patrick, Scarab Veteran in the building, oh my God. We had everybody here, man, and you know what? I'm a happy man behind it. God bless you all. I'm going to catch you on the next side. Better yet, yeah, next time you see me, it's going to be on Demogenai, Dark Council, and it's gonna be a blast. Love to everybody. And Starry Eye Girl, come on now, get that email together, girl. I need you to read what I sent out. You are gonna laugh your behind off. So please, Gunner Renee, oh my goodness, Brian Young, I know. Brian Young said, how dare you, young man? Oh my goodness, peace and blessings. I'll catch you guys on the next side. Be good to yourself and be good to others as always. Cancel Netflix.